The final one of the 6 still missing group is different on 2 counts. Seamus Ruddy was killed by the INLA, not the IRA, and he was secretly buried in France. One of 9 children from a respected working-class family in Newry, Seamus Ruddy aligned himself to the IRSP and its military wing, the INLA. He's on the left, a picture here, helping to carry the coffin of INLA hunger striker Michael Devine. By 1985 he was making a new life in Paris and was teaching English there. It's thought he got into a row with INLA members seeking to procure guns, and they killed and buried him in a French forest.
Every day you think of him. And when I think of my mother, like, she used to say to me, I think of Seamus every day. I said, I'm sure you do. Like, we have our own families, you know. But I'm sure you do. And we felt so much from my mother. Because we had all our own families and, you know. But in saying that now, Seamus was a lovely fella. A lovely brother. And loved the children. All his nieces and nephews, you know.
See, my mother got his name on the headstone, my father's headstone, before she died. And something that she said she wanted to do before she passed on was to make sure his name would be on the headstone.
And which so it was put on the headstone. And then she was contented, you know. She what would I say, she would have peace of mind that his name was there before she went.
2 days before she died, I went to see her in hospital. I went in one morning, she says to me, Terry, I saw Seamus. She said he was over there. So I pretended I went to look for him. I come back and said, Mum, he's away. She said, that's okay. She died 2 days later.
She did. She died 2 days later.
It never goes away.
No. Especially when you think of your mother, what she went through. You know, you think of it as your own son or own daughter, like what would you mentally, like, you know?
The only thing is that we've children and
right.
Nieces and nephews that hopefully will continue to look for an answer going into the future.
That's right.
If we can't get it done
in our lives.
And is it a case that you don't want anybody put in jail for it? You just want the body home, or is there any sense that justice for you would involve somebody being sentenced for killing?
No, it's done. It's dusted. He's dead. We just want his remains and be done with it. You know, I forgive the guy that did it, but I can't forget.
No.
You know, what more can you say? There's no point in trying to pursue somebody for something that happened 30 years ago. There's no point in it.
No.
There's no point in the information being withheld. You know, somebody knows where his remains are. And so surely after 30 years, if we can forgive the deed, the remains could be given back to us. Yeah. There's none of us, as far as I know, none of the family are concerned about prosecutions or punishment or anything else.
No.
That all we want to do is to get his remains and give the remains a Christian burial.
Terry Ruddy and his siblings long for the day when they might bury their brother in the place reserved for him alongside their deceased parents.